Behind the cape. So I guess the first thing that we should probably discuss, and I know it's been popular for our little community on Twitter. Shout out to
we don't have no little community. We big steppers over there.
Facts. I'm sorry. What was I thinking? But shout out to Fatal J. I think he was one of the first people to kind of hip us to this news. So Marvel is supposedly casting for a secret role for Doomsday, and that's leading some to believe that it's T'Challa. But there are some people who have other options that it could be. Namely, one that I've seen a lot of is the Beyonder.
Could be the Beyonder.
That's like the probably the biggest one that I've seen besides T'Challa.
So, intricate role played in Secret Wars. Russo's penning, and they're casting, which means it's a character that we haven't seen yet, or that is not currently in
the MCU.
Mm-hmm. I mean that's a good lineup. I mean it's a good star aligning moment for sure. How
often does the Beyonder show up
in Secret Wars?
In Secret Wars and in the comics. The last time I remember hearing about him is in the Monica Rambeau comics that y'all were reviewing.
Going forward? Yeah, I mean, there's various stories. He's not a constant figure. It just depends on, and it's usually more cosmic level storytelling. You're not just going to see him popping up in cameos in other movies. Now,
so that he's not that big of a role to be like, oh, we've got this secret role.
A secret role. I mean, look. Well, first of all, I had a question to ask. Okay. Which one of the Scoopers are we going with now? Is it Exiled Scooper? Is it My Time to Shine? Hello? Is it Daniel RPK? Because they all got different narratives of what they're spinning right now, things that they're saying.
Yeah.
In terms of information that they're dropping, none of them seem to meet at one single rumor.
For sure.
Which kind of makes me feel like all this is BS, just coming out of Disney to throw people off.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that 3 of the most prominent Scoopers are very active and saying a lot right now, but aren't saying the same things.
Mm-hmm.
It just kind of leads me to believe it's all bull.
It's all false info
shit
that's being leaked to different people.
Yeah, so let me know who y'all are actually paying attention to and believing when you look at some of these scoops. Secondly,
Jason Wershner says Daniel RPK.
Okay. He had something in there about I think he tweeted something about or he was cited something about Fantastic Four news, maybe. Oh, and Young Avengers being a series. Both of those were Daniel RPK drops, I believe. But in any case, it is a posture. It's a posture. I think it is meant to send a message. What message are we sending, though? And are they actually going to follow up on it?
Yeah.
I'm not going to put my faith into it. I won't thrust myself into it. I feel like we will know whether or not this is the role from the rumored casting options. If it's all black men, then
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You're not having Ryan Gosling come out and try out for T'Challa.
We know that Marvel as a company is not giving black characters that many opportunities to play a role in big events like that. Yeah. T'Challa is one of the only ones.
Yes.
That would all but be a confirmation.
Sure.
And then I can start talking about it as a serious thing. Shout out to Jamal Bowman, man. He said if it ain't a black Jedi coming up here in this next trilogy, I'm not only am I not fucking with y'all, but I'm denouncing y'all. we need to get Jamal, now that he has a whole bunch more time on his hands. APAC got him out of here. He got him out of his seat. Him and Corey Bush.
Yeah.
But no, start tweeting the next time we have a viral recast T'Challa Day. Involve Jamal Bowman. Link him up.
Sure.
First of all, if for nothing else, to put his words to the test. If he feels this strongly about Lucasfilm, a well-presented argument about what's going on with Black Panther and Marvel, I think will catch his interest.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, let's see if he actually means it.
Yeah.
He is a politician. He's very popular. People say things for those purposes.
Yeah, but would he say things about Star Wars as a representative?
I mean, he's technically still in Congress.
True.
Still voting.
But that felt like it came from the heart. It feels like it. Again, you're right. He could be just saying it, but he'd be saying it for no reason, really. Cat Williams bought a military base in Alabama, supposedly for a movie studio, film studio.
This is the type of Cat Williams news that I want to hear. Not, Cat Williams said that his intent of the Shannon Sharp interview was to destroy their careers. Well, you failed miserably. Like, miserably.
To destroy whose careers?
The comedians that he talked about.
I didn't care for Cedric at the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight.
Didn't destroy his career, Josh. He's still working. Didn't harm Kevin Hart in the least bit.
No.
Steve Harvey was very irritated by you, but you didn't end his career.
Ricky Smiley still has a radio
also
show.
Didn't say anything that people didn't already know about Steve Harvey either. That was no new information.
Sure.
Yeah, and then, you embarrassed Ricky Smiley. He's still on the radio. He's still making money. You didn't end anyone's career. And the fact that was his
intent.
That was his, like, he's still proudly saying it almost a year after the damn interview. Like, brother.
That's insane.
I am so glad that this movie studio thing is happening so that when people see you from now on, when you end up on people's platforms, they have something else to ask you about. I am tired of you being the booty party expert, but you ain't been to none of the booty parties. I'm tired of you knowing all the nasty shit that happened in Hollywood, but you ain't never did no nasty shit. I'm tired of that. Tired of it.
But at the same time, okay, so Cat Williams is, creating a movie studio. Mm-hmm. So then is he going to bring us some great black comedies?
I hope so. I hope that's exactly what that means.
Because we have a little bit of a shortage of black comedies, so I'm here for it. If he wants to be the next Martin Lawrence.
So first of all, it's very interesting how the ramp up for young white comedians is very different from the ramp up for young black comedians. Most of your young budding black comedians are getting it off of sketches and skits on social media.
Yeah.
That's where they built their platform before they start transitioning to movies or stand up. The younger white comedians, the Nikki Glazers, the Shane Gillis, Matt Rife, right? Those, they don't spend a whole lot of time on the internet. They may have had a platform on social media at a point in time, but they do like one or two appearances lightly associated with some bigger social media figure, a Joe Rogan, a Logan Paul, something like that. And somehow that ends up as a special on HBO. I swear to God.
Or Netflix.
Yeah. Swear to God. I'm like, yo, where is your laundry list of clips? Where's your hour-long compilation of YouTube shorts that I can watch?
Have a lot of, like,
Matt Rife is one of the one of the
He
exceptions.
blew up off of that.
Yeah, he's one of the exceptions.
Shane,
but a lot of them,
I think,
literally, they get a name drop, they get an association thing going, and then all of a sudden they're taking off.
Nikki Glazer was popular off of the roast, and that's all.
How did she even get on the roast?
That's all I know her from.
How did she get on the roast in the first place?
That's a good question. I wasn't there for any of that.
Yeah.
So, it's factual. But yeah, no, I'm excited for Cat, and we'll see what comes of that. Yeah,
my point of bringing that up was that I hope that Cat sees that and starts to provide that opportunity to some of these younger, your Ha Davises, Trey Rags, those kind of guys.
Yeah.
Give them an opportunity to act.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like some of their first film roles. And
a lot of these comedians that are busting through right now are not cutting their teeth at the Laugh Factory. Right? Give them an opportunity to show themselves that they're funny and help them get to that point. But that's not how they doing it.
Yeah.
So,
there's a lot of good black stand-up comics out there, though.
I think so. So. They have to have an opportunity, though, to do the thing.
Okay, so last week we talked about Gladiator 2, and we talked about the supposed kiss scene that Denzel was a part of. And now Ridley Scott has come out and he dismissed it, or he admitted it happened.
Fam,
I'm utterly confused as to what
Ridley
he's even
Scott
talking
is
about.
having a senior moment. He's having like one of those Freudian slips.
I'm like, you said it happened, but you also call it bullshit.
But he also said it didn't happen.
So like what?
Hold on, let's get to the quote. Ridley Scott denies that a same-sex kiss with Denzel Washington was cut from Gladiator 2.
Stop.
So that is the premise of what you're about to hear. He denies that it happened. Okay? Here's the quote. No, that's bullshit. They acted the moment. It didn't happen. So no, that's bullshit. No, it's bullshit.
Bullshit. Okay.
Saying that there was a gay kiss scene is bullshit.
It didn't happen.
They acted it out. So it did happen. They acted it out. They kissed. So it happened. It didn't happen. Fam, what in the... This old man moment.
I'm confused. And, Chillmonger says he denied that it was cut. But he literally says they acted it out, and then he says it didn't happen.
No, that's bullshit. They acted it out. It didn't happen. So it didn't happen, meaning he didn't cut it. But how did they act? What happened to it? Did you not record it? Did you let him kiss and say, fuck, the cameras wasn't rolling? Is that what happened?
That'd be even crazier.
Like, oh, damn it. We didn't have it on. Sorry, do it again.
That would actually make sense to why Denzel's out here telling everybody about it. Because he's like, oh, no, it happened. I didn't do that shit for no reason. Even if we didn't film it, it fucking happened.
Hey, what are you talking about? You want me to kiss him again? How many times you want me to do this, man? Ah.
It must have occurred off film. Well, okay. I don't.
So then why
understand.
did they do it if they weren't recording?
You know what I mean?
I'm so confused. Did they do like a dry run? Let me see what you guys look like kissing.
Denzel did it in rehearsal.
It still means that the scene was part of the movie and it was removed. So if it was there and it was no longer there by the end of the film, it means it was cut. If we're rehearsing something, that means it's currently part of the movie.
There is an intent of it to be in the movie.
If that part of the movie is not seen in the movie, that means that part was cut. I've never seen somebody vehemently explain the definition of a cut scene while simultaneously saying that it wasn't cut. No, that scene wasn't cut. We just rehearsed it in fine detail to the point where Denzel actually pressed his lips against another man's lips, and then it didn't end up in the movie. That's bullshit. It didn't get cut.
Talk. We did it, but it didn't happen.
I didn't hit a free throw. The ball just went perfectly into the rim without touching anything other than the net. It's bullshit. I didn't hit a shot.
Tony Robinson said Ripley did too much of that white girl back in the day.
Like, what is this man's mind doing right now?
Chillmonger says, I want to hear from the second actor. At this point, hopefully he will make sense of all of this.
It's not even that big a deal. It's the point of like, why are you trying to deny it so hard? Why is it gotta be bullshit?
Ripley's still on that white girl, according to Gray. That's funny.
Could be.
Yeah, I'm utterly confused about this entire situation. I kind of wish it would just go away, but it's not going away. We got to keep talking about it.
Unfortunately.
Pharrell's working on a coming-of-age musical with Michelle Gondry titled Golden. Mm-hmm. It stars Divine Joy Randolph, Haley Bailey, Kelvin Harrison Jr., Paperboy, Janelle Monáe, Missy Elliott, Quinta Brunson, and Anderson .Paak.
Whew.
That's a hell of a star-studded cast.
For a musical, this is heat.
Yes. Yeah.
This is heat.
Yeah, I'm here for anything involving Pharrell, first of all. But then
Missy Elliott, Quinta Brunson, Janelle Monáe,
Haley Bailey,
and Anderson .Paak. Man, and all produced, I'm assuming, by Pharrell. That's
yes, please.
Yeah,
sign me up. Sign me up.
I don't even like musicals all like that.
Neither do I.
I'll watch that one.
It's involving Pharrell, so I know it's going to be quality at the very least. Okay, Steven Spielberg is shooting a movie in the first part of next year, as well as Christopher Nolan, as well as J.J. Abrams.
And they're all casting right now. They're all casting, probably. Okay, so Nolan, J.J. Abrams, and Spielberg. We don't really have any other information on that besides the fact that they're currently casting for projects they plan to shoot in early 2025.
Sure.
Here's the question, though. Spielberg, Abrams,
Nolan.
who has the biggest draw. We don't know the concept
Right.
of any of them right now.
Right.
Shot in the dark.
Nolan.
Just based off of directorial reputation alone, who's got the biggest draw?
I'm going for Nolan.
Right now, it's probably Nolan with me. Yeah, it's
I'm
probably
going
Nolan.
for Nolan.
Nolan, Spielberg, Abrams.
Yep. That's exactly how I have it. I just feel like if it was in the 90s, yeah, it'd probably be Spielberg. It's not the 90s anymore. Therefore, Nolan's got the better as of
This man
recent
called
track
Spielberg
record, I feel
old. He said, get off his lawn with that old shit, Spielberg. With that old 90s shit.
Yikes. Idris Elba is in early talks to star as Man-at-Arms in the live-action Masters of the Universe movie. You're not here for him playing yet another race swap character.
Yeah, no. Absolutely not. Like, again, it's one thing you take it earlier in your career, try to gain some notoriety. After seeing what they did with you, fam, and as Heimdall, you want to play, and this character is even smaller than Heimdall. The damn dude from Masters of the Universe, bruh. You got an issue. You have a problem.
He wanted to play Bond too, remember that?
It's crazy, bro. Like, you were Luther. You know, you were your own character. You played your character the way that you look. Why do you need to be Bond? Why do you need to be Heimdall? Why do you need to be
Man-at-Arms?
Man-at-Arms? Like, why? I think it's very interesting that Idris Elba continues to seek out roles that make him a race swap. It's one thing to take the job if it's offered, but to continuously look for roles that were previously played by white dudes, I don't know what else to say about it other than that's just what you're looking for.
That's literally the only answer.
Or just, kind of stay out of the genre films. You don't have to do science fiction. You don't have to do MCU. You don't have to do that type of stuff. But then to go into it specifically looking for characters that don't look like you, that's interesting.
You can do The Harder They Fall. Movies like that. So simple. Chillmonger said it's a waste of his celebrity. MoFly says once again Idris should play Spawn.
I wouldn't mind that. Wouldn't mind that at all, actually.
Knowing JJ, his movie is probably something coming of age. Yeah, no, I think Nolan's going to make the best movie out of the three of them at this present point in time.
I think we already know what Nolan's is. He's got that movie going with Robert Pattinson and Zendaya. They were seen shooting it.
That's going to be the best performance.
I think so. I think so.
Robert Pattinson and Zendaya.
Spielberg, if it's not a nostalgia bomb of some sort, some remake or sequel to one of his other franchises, then it will be.
Is Spielberg not coming out with? Well, no, he didn't. Never mind.
I think it'll be something culturally detached enough to maybe still resonate with some of the older Spielberg fans. Well, this is hard to call. I have no clue what I'm talking about because I don't know anything about the movie.
Yeah.
I have no clue. So I guess for no other reason than Spielberg is an older director than Christopher Nolan. That's why I'm giving him the edge.
I was going to say I saw a Jurassic Park movie, and I'm like, he hasn't done a Jurassic Park movie in
years.
Yeah. Years. I just remember seeing that was coming up, so. But that's probably not it. There was another thing I wanted to talk about. Wolves. So John Watts says that he canceled the Wolves sequel after Apple took away the first film's theatrical release, which is a trend that's happening quite a bit in Hollywood.
They're getting
these streaming deals.
Oh, you mean taking it out of the theater?
And then
yeah. I thought you were talking about the giving the money back. That is absolutely not.
That's not happening.
Not a trend.
That's not happening.
No. Shout out to John Watts, man. This was a boss move. I think the reason for it, because we talked about Daniel Craig, and his displeasure with what's seeming to happen with the last Knives Out installment, or the latest one, we should say.
Yep.
And calling for it to have a theatrical release.
That one was with Netflix.
That is where you're going to get the gross share of your funds is through the theatrical experience. So when you're asking headlining talent to sit down and wait for streaming numbers to boost up so they can get their check, it doesn't look the same. The numbers don't apply the same. They don't feel the same. So it's like, no, all this shit's fucked up.
I mean, that's the thing though. Like that's how Apple and Netflix make their money. They wouldn't be making that money if
that's
they
fine,
put it to a
but
theatrical
I don't
release.
think you could. I don't think you can play the game both ways.
Right.
You know, you can't be the streaming service that also does theatrical releases and then be picky choosy.
Sure.
You know, you gotta kind of have maybe a standard threshold for what meets a streaming budget, what meets a streaming release, as opposed to what is a theatrical budget and what deserves a theatrical release.
Mm-hmm.
You should already have that set. It shouldn't ebb and flow so much.
Yeah. That's fair. Is there anything else I forgot? Any other stories?
I think you got them all. Just real quick. Few real niggas left, but it's not enough.
Yeah, man. I'm so upset about the kiss scene. I hope that's the last bit of news we get about this Denzel kiss scene. Because again, Denzel's not the guy.
No, that's bullshit. They acted it out. It never happened.
Denzel's not the guy I want to see do a gay kiss scene. It's not what I want to see from Denzel.
Ooh, Angela Bassett is going to be starring in a new political drama with Robert De Niro. It's called 0 Day.
Okay.
It looks pretty cool. It's coming out February 20th on Netflix.
Okay. I would like to hear what that's going to be more about, like more details about it.
Seems kind of House of Cardsy.
It sounds like it. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see.
She plays a Michelle
playing the
Obama
president.
type character.
No, she's the president.
Michelle Obama as president type character.
You could tell everybody in Hollywood who they expected to be president.
Right. Oh,
show
Kamala.
who they expected to be
That's
president.
crazy how I skipped to Michelle Obama, not Kamala. That's insane. Yeah, no, I could see that. Also, well, maybe that's just me implanting the fact that Robert De Niro is it Robert De Niro who had a black wife?
Yes.
Maybe that's me implanting Robert De Niro liking black women and thinking that this is almost kind of like Scandal.
Anywho, Mortal Kombat 2 is getting a hard R rating.
Oh yeah, yeah. You were saying the last one wasn't rated R. Okay.
Strong, bloody violence, gore, and language.
Yeah, that's what I would want from my Mortal Kombat.
You can go ahead and turn this joint on up. And then we talked about this one, the Pantheon. Daniel Craig playing Sergeant Rock in a DCU film. Or he's in talk to play Sergeant Rock. Okay. The DCU film.
So Daniel Craig just said, "Fuck the MCU. I'm going to get my DCU check."
From where it seems that way at the moment. Now, how he landed on fucking discount Nick Fury from DC, I don't know.
Is that a thing? James Bond guys just go to DC because Pierce Brosnan was in DC.
Oh yeah, he's Dr. Fate. You're right. Or was Dr. Fate. I don't think there is a Dr. Fate anymore presently.
Yeah, they're probably going to do away with that, but he did pretty well. I liked him. It was DC's version of Doctor Strange, but all right.
That's it for Behind the Cape. That's all I got.
Yep, that is all we got. So make sure you guys go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Obviously, we do Behind the Cape every Thursday at 10 o'clock. Make sure you're here and make sure you like the video.
Peace.